Hello everyone! Today I am doing the BOOKSGIVING tag, which is actually a brand new tag that was created the day before I'm filming this by my friend here on BookTube named Sophie at, her channel is called Sophie's Series, and I will link her channel below. But without further ado, let's get into this tag because I think these questions sound super fun and I am excited to answer them. The first question of this tag is the Wrangler/Savior, which means which character would be most likely to chase after a turkey and which other character would be most likely to try to save that turkey. This question, I have to say, I think Jace from the Mortal Instruments series would definitely chase after a turkey and can you just imagine? Oh my goodness. And yeah, that would be so funny. And as far as who would save the turkey, can you imagine Hermione Granger from Harry Potter running around the room after Jace, after the turkey, trying to save this poor turkey's life? I could just totally picture her doing that, especially in Goblet of Fire when SPEW was her thing and she's like, save the house elves. Can you just imagine Hermione trying to save this turkey and Jace is just chasing it around the room, tormenting it by being ridiculous as he usually is. Oh, that just sounds hilarious to me. The next question is the drama king and queen. Which person at Thanksgiving dinner, as far as fictional characters, would be most likely to start an argument at the table? For this question, I have to say 4 from the Divergent series because I feel like he would just get offended about something or disagree with someone and cause it to build up into a really big passive-aggressive argument where he's like, well, you're wrong, and then doesn't really defend himself properly because I love 4, but that does seem to happen a little bit too often in that series. The third question is possibly my favorite in this tag, and it is the Space Cadet. Which character would be most likely to accidentally set everything on fire while trying to cook Thanksgiving dinner? For this question, I have to say Winter from the Lunar Chronicles because she has, I get it, she has, hallucinations and stuff, but she would, really want to do well, but then she'd get spacey or forget something or have a hallucination, and then all of a sudden everything ever would be on fire, and she'd be like, is this real or not? Now this is actually really sad because I love Winter, and that's just really, really sad, but it's true that she would accidentally set everything on fire and be really sad. Oh my gosh, the way fire plays into that series, this is cruel. This is really cruel. But, it's sad. The next question is the loner, who would be sitting around in the corner by themselves, not socializing with anyone on Thanksgiving. Honestly, I can't be that cynical about this, though, because I was that person for a few years. I read Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, in 7th grade, I want to say, and I read, the whole time during Thanksgiving, so I'm guilty of being this person at times in my life, but I'm a bit more social now than I was then. I'm gonna choose something that's more of classic literature than I normally do. I usually YA, whatever I'm trying to say. But I'm going to choose Mr. Collins from Pride and Prejudice because nobody really wants him there, and he'd probably be trying to make connections and stuff, but also be very it would end up that he would be the loner because no one really wants to talk to him, which is, once again, these are kind of sad, but I mean, it's just the truth about his character. No one really wants him there. The next question is the perfectionist, who would be fretting, trying to make everything perfect and go smoothly and have a beautiful Thanksgiving. And for this question, I'm going back to the Lunar Chronicles again. I just love those books so much. But I have to choose Cress because she would be bending over backwards, trying to make everything perfect and make everyone happy. And it would be so cute. And she'd do a good job, but everyone would be like, it's okay, Chris. You don't have to stress out so much because it's going to be perfect. We know you can do this. So I think that would just be quite endearing because Chris would want everything to be perfect, but it would be in an endearing way. The next question, I don't want to answer the same as Sophie, so I'm going to have to think, but it's the embarrassment. Who would drink too much of the apple spice cocktail and just be an embarrassment overall for everyone involved? See, Sophie said Haymitch, and I totally agree with her. So I'm just gonna throw that out there, that Haymitch from the Hunger Games would definitely be an embarrassment because he would drink too much. I'm literally sat here just staring at my bookshelf going, who else? Who else besides Haymitch? You know what? I could see Baz from Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. Like, drinking too much, he would be hilariously embarrassing. And it would be even more hilarious because he's so reserved when he's not drunk that I could see that if he drank too much at Thanksgiving, we would have a hilarious situation. So I'm going to have to say him. But, that was really hard to come up with because Haymitch is such a perfect answer for this question. The next question is, what book are you least thankful for this year? And this is kind of hard because I usually enjoy the books that I read, but I'm going to look at the list of books I've read this year that I've tracked on Goodreads and see which one I can say is my least favorite. I really loved most of the books that I read this year. And so the only one that I have to say I'm least thankful for is one that I just didn't love. I still liked it. And it's called 99 Days by Katie Cotugno, however you say her name. And I liked the book, but it just didn't blow me away, and I didn't love the ending. So it was okay. It was still a fairly decent book, just not my favorite. Next, what book are you most thankful for? And I think this is an all-time. Oh my goodness, that's a big question. Oh my. Well, I'm clearly thankful for Harry Potter because it really is what got me into the world of fantasy, which is something I'm still learning to get into. But I've been reading since I was super young, so I can't say it's what caused me to enjoy reading because I've loved it my whole life. But I think those books were pretty formative for me. I also love The Hunger Games, and these are both big famous cliche answers, but I'm really grateful for those books because they've taught me lessons and shown me character traits and personality traits that I want to have, and I learned from that, and I really appreciate that about those stories. Okay, and the last question is, what is something random that you are just thankful for that you want to say? I have so many things that I'm thankful for, and I love that at this time of year we get to dwell on that more, but I've actually been gratitude journaling. And the way that I'm trying to do that is by saying 3 things that I'm specifically grateful for that day that have to correspond with what happened that day, because I think it makes it more genuine and it makes it something that you're actually really grateful for that means something to you that day. Not just saying, oh, I'm grateful that I have food, because that is something I'm grateful for and that's something I really appreciate, but I don't think that's very specific to the day. It's just saying I'm grateful for something that I might take for granted. And really thinking about it and trying to find stuff that corresponds to that day makes it more powerful. So I'd have to say, specific to this past year, I'm really grateful for my best friend. I've had a lot of things that I've gone through this past year, and she's always been there for me and has always had my back. And not only her, but my friends in general, I've been able to find a good group of friends, and I really, really appreciate that. But my best friend does always answer my calls and is always there when I need help, and vice versa, and I really appreciate that strong relationship that we have. I'm also grateful for YouTube, of course, and all of the fun and excitement that it has brought into my life, because really it's such a wonderful feeling to get to communicate with you guys and you all, and to get to just be able to share my thoughts and feelings with you and see that you agree, and it makes something that I'm proud of, and I'm really grateful that I can do that with YouTube. And finally, I just want to say that I am grateful for music, and whether it's writing my own songs or covering songs or even just listening to the Hamilton soundtrack or like, I don't know, anything, Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift, and everyone else, because I do listen to a lot of different music. And I'm just grateful for that, because music has meaning to me. And just like books with their powerful stories, it can teach you things and it can help you grow. And I think that's really powerful. So I'm grateful for that. And that I've been able to work more on my music channel this past year. Anyway, I think that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and it was really fun to answer these questions. I tag my friend Carrie to do this as well, because I think it's a really fun tag, so you should do it. And I hope that you guys really enjoyed this, and tell me 3 things that you were grateful for this year specifically in the comments. I'll see you next Tuesday with another new video. Bye!